Hello everybody, this is Prince Mouse, and welcome back, I guess, to Yikonia 101. So, basically this little series I wanted to do would cover basically how you would go about starting up some of the mods in Yikonia. You can think of this as a mod showcase, I guess, but specifically these are going to go over the context of the mods in Yikonia and what that means. So things like tips and stuff will be covered, uh, as well as the actual content of the mod. And it won't be everything, just enough to get started and leave the rest for your experimentation or whatever. If a particular mod interests you, then, you know, take a look at it, see what's up. Any case, before we get to any actual gameplay, which this video won't have any, by the way, this is specifically, as the title would suggest, how to download the mod pack and the server and everything like that. Let me go ahead and switch something over here because I forgot to do that. Okay. Picnic launcher. We'll just throw that down there. Whatever it wants to do. Slow computer. I'm running a couple of other tests in the background. Anyway, let's go ahead and this for a minute. Switch over. Apologize, y'all. I'm trying to get this to work here and it doesn't want to work with me. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. So, anyway, this is the screen for the Technic Launcher. I have a couple of other mod packs here that are all thing. But basically, what you want to do first is whenever you're trying to get into Yikonia, you want to download the launcher. I will have links, everything that has to do with Yikonia will have links to everything that you would need. The first one you'll need is a link to the launcher website, obviously. There's download buttons in their respective areas, just download the launcher. So whenever you download the launcher, you'll want to put in your Minecraft password. You will need a Minecraft account that is required. This won't just give it to you, that's not how it works. But if you have one, you can hook it up to here and it'll work pretty seamlessly. That being said, whenever you are on the mod pack section, you can type in any collection of words and it'll come up with a mod pack that matches whatever word you put in as kind of a keyword. Some of them will be here from the beginning, and those won't be installed, but those will be like, you know, official mod pack things. You know, if you wanna play other mod packs and stuff, this is a pretty good general like mod pack handler. You can make your own. It's not super hard. Okay, I've been having trouble spelling Yikonia for no particular reason. Okay, so there's Yikonia, which is my old one I'm trying to work on later. But what you want to download is Yikonia SE2. That's for Season 2. It's this one right here. It'll look largely like this. I don't think that tree icon will ever change, really. So you go ahead and click download, and you will have it there. So once you have it all downloaded, it'll take a whole minute, and from there, you don't want to boot it up yet. What you actually want to do is go, not into modpack options, I am stupid. You want to go to launcher options when it decides to work. Slow computer, please. Okay. And then go to, I believe it's, yeah, Java settings. And you want to set your RAM, well, I believe it's set to 2 or 4 gigabytes. I don't exactly remember. I think they expect mod packs to be pretty heavy, so they'll set it to 4 gigabytes. If you're using anything that calls themselves a kitchen sink mod pack, this is also speaking pretty generally, you want to set it to 5, 6, or 7 if you can afford it. If you're trying to run other things in the background, probably set it to 5 or 4, or keep it at 4. But if you're trying to do only Yikonia and think you want to do just one thing in the background, or not a whole bunch of stuff that's not super taxing, you can do 6. I do 7. I could probably set it to 6 if I get issues, but we're gonna roll a 7 because I'm also recording and I want to have the game be stable and stuff in the background. And yeah, we'll go ahead and cover that. So you have it set. Let me just go ahead and see if there's a save button. There isn't. Okay. So yeah, it just saves. We'll go ahead and close out of that. So whenever you get into Yikonia, you'll press play. It'll take a whole minute to load up all the mods. It always does that if you have, a couple mods on there. A couple is relative. If you have a bunch of mods, then yeah, it's going to take a whole minute to download it, to load it up. Then from there, you'll want to play with your settings so that you can get it not laggy. If you are running any computer at all that has, I don't know, that is basically a fucking potato, then probably don't, I don't know, just generally don't, maybe. Yikonia has gotten a hell of a lot bigger since now, so I can't even do something like shaders or anything, even though my computer is pretty, not highest tier, but it's not mid-tier either. It's pretty good, and I can't use shaders on it anymore because it's just too fucking large now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple things here. Bink, bonk. And then my window capture, I'm going to reset to, hopefully it'll pop up. It still doesn't want to do things, properties. I don't know, it doesn't want to switch over my game for some reason. That's fine, I'll work on that later. Anyway, so, yeah, basically whenever you're playing with settings and things, what you'll want to do typically is get your game to work. In my instance, for some reason, does not seem to want to. That's fine. Plunk and drag this right there. Cool. Nope, that's not it. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay. I believe so. It's massive for some reason, but I can fix that. It's also not showing up yet because I don't have it posted. I have it hidden. Apologies, I am terrible. That's a little bit strange. Why is the resolution like that? And it's not exactly center, but that's fine. Again, really sorry. This is messy and terrible, but what else do you expect from me? I died a second ago because my hunger was shitty. So yeah, you're in the server, and lag is kind of a thing. You can see even that I'm getting a little bit of stutter, but largely speaking, it's not terrible. Alright, that's fine, I didn't have anything important. Yeah, some spikes and such, but largely speaking, it'll be okay here in a while. In any case, so you are in Yikonia now. You have your, you're in the world and trying to get things set up, trying to make your game maybe not laggy. You run around, test it, fuck with some settings, and maybe it's still laggy. Okay, well, that'll happen too. Recommendation that I can throw out that doesn't necessarily work for me, but has worked for other people, is to go into the modpack options. The one that I misclicked earlier, you want to go into the modpack options and find your the mods folder for the Technic launcher, then go into and delete or just move it to your desktop or something. Better FPS. For some reason or another, Better FPS likes to fuck with people and some of their computers and actually make it worse to run. While it also does its intended job. This is also an effect. And I don't really know why, just weird optimization issues. Minecraft is not the most stable game in the world, just natively speaking. That's a truth, just if you have played Minecraft for a whole minute, that just happens. But yeah, if that doesn't end up working for you, I would just say experiment with other settings and try to get it to work. Because from there, that's what I've tested. And you can see I'm already, we're good now, basically. Still some little stutters. Probably some not so great now, but that's, yeah, back there. Yeah, but that's mostly fine. I'll tinker with it some more later on. But, yeah. If you saw the first stream, the lag was pretty horrendous. I also have my render distance kind of high, relatively speaking, so I can turn that down. And actually make it load a little bit more consistently. So yeah, now we're actually running at, like, a good double-digit frame rate, mostly consistently. It's Minecraft, y'all know how this works. But, if you're having trouble getting into the world, you can't even get to the whole phase where it's like, oh, hey, I can't even get to my game not because it's lagging, but because fuck me, I guess. The server keeps giving you error messages that say something like eternal Java I/O section or exceptions or something like that, or it'll just say disconnected or timed out. Literally, the only the best way that I found to fix it is to just keep trying over and over and over again until it works. Sometimes it'll take the second time to work, sometimes it'll work the first time you boot it up, sometimes it takes up to 6 times to get it to work, and the loading time isn't terrible unless you obviously have a not great computer or other things that would just make sense for it not to run well, really. That's kind of what's going on here. But yeah, so that pretty much covers the beginning portions of the lag. Okay, it's also probably because of all these little animated niters. I still can't pronounce that word right. I'm gonna sleep because Aaron's sleeping. Okay, the other important thing to kind of get into and talk about is what should you be doing now that you're in Yikonia? Well, if you got into the server, especially early on, well, there's not a lot of people, early on into the lifespan of the server itself, and not necessarily the day doesn't matter, it has no bearing, but when concerning the actual lifespan of the server, you're early, you're one of the first new people that isn't a streamer or one of my friends that get into and on the server, you'll typically want to get as many people with you as you can. You can start by yourself, and really there's no repercussions to that, other than you can't make progress as fast and you don't have anybody you trust to really help you. But in that same vein, if you have a bunch of people with you who you know really well, or people you at least trust, you have then amassed a little bit of an army or a group to help you. Remember that Yikonia is a faction-based PvP system. So its entire leaning is based heavily off of the player base. So with that being said, grab as many people as you can who want to try out this little project of mine and to get it to work. Have fun and go fucking crazy because, that's what it's there for. But just, yeah, you're 150% better off bringing some people with you and not going in by yourself. If you are kind of a lone type of person, grab a small group of your really, really close friends or people that you play with often. Just, I don't know, make something work out if you want to play, because after a while, if more people join our faction or other people's factions, you won't be very well off just being by yourself, unless no one finds you, in which case you can amass your own little one-person army and make it work. But come on, chances are that's not going to be the case, and you're going to be left pretty not great. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to have a good time. Now, I won't talk about any of the mods as of yet. I'm just running around in circles in my house doing more tests, quote unquote. But with that being said, you're in Yikonia, you're having a great time, and you're making it work. With that being said, grab some people with you, get a head start, and come on down. We'll go ahead and wrap it up here. But yeah, hope you all have enjoyed this little video of how to get started and how to get everything to work. Again, links to everything that you need are in the description, including the Discord server. I have not mentioned that, but I'll be putting up Discord links on all the videos as well, so that whenever they come out, you can join and communicate with me or the people that I talk to or other people that are in the server, typically, whatever. But yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I have been Prince Mouse. Have a good one, and goodbye.